What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Woody the Kid, and I'm back with another one, man. This is Eastwick Boxing Talk in association with 3kingsboxing.com, and we are the movement. Today, I got my panel with me, man. I got my man for Truth and Facts about boxing, man. What's up, bro?
What's good, man? What's good, fam?
Feeling good, man. What's up, 2K from the Prodigy of Boxing? What's going on, fam?
Hey, what's good? Hopefully the audio is okay. I'm on the road right now, so I'm gonna do the best I can.
We got that nigga on the road, still doing the analyst and shit. Fuck that.
Word up.
Word up. Well, let's get into it, man. I want to talk about last night's fight, man. Rances Barthélemy versus Kira Relic. And Barthélemy didn't look good all fight, man. I thought it was really an easy fight to score, in my opinion. And well, let me start out with you, man.
I knew you was gonna say that bullshit.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna say that bullshit. I knew he was gonna do that.
I want to hear it.
Cuba loca!
Hey, Holmes. Hey, Pollo Loco didn't look too good.
Oh shit! Look! He's denounced his Cuban flag, dog.
No,
he told us.
No, hold on. Wait a minute. That ain't gonna
It's been a rough. Hey, bro, it's already been a rough year for y'all, man. You just hope Arislani Laura wins next month, dog. Real talk.
Man, that shit started back in December of 2017, and y'all know what I'm talking about. That one motherfucker started the damn domino effect.
Yeah, man, real talk.
How you feel about this fight, man?
You know what? I'm actually not surprised at all, man. If you had been listening to us, as a matter of fact, I had said one time, in my honest opinion, Roki don't need to do anything different at all, period. He should just come in there and do the same thing he's doing, because Rances Barthélemy has shown us that he has an inability to go back to what made him a champion at 130 and 135. He's trying to, you have a 5-inch reach advantage and you're getting out jabbed by the smaller man. And then on top of that, because the early part of the fight, he tried to use his jab, but there was no snap on it. He's going backwards trying to jab like it's a rangefinder. He did nothing to discourage Lipinets. He did nothing to make, you know what I'm saying, to make Lipinets halt, slow down. I agree with, I think it was Paulie when he said that the way he fought last night was indicative to the Cuban amateur style, which is on points. But he was losing because the Lipinets was the busier. Like, Lipinets dominated all aspects: ring generalship, effective aggression, punching. I mean, everything. So I'm not surprised that this happened. The only thing that makes me mad about this, though, is that Rand knew what he needed to do, claimed that what he was like. Claimed that was he was going to do, and according to him, you know, that's what they worked on and got in the ring and did absolutely none of that. So I don't know what he's not a power puncher, so that standing in the middle of the ring and trying to sit down on your punches to go to the body, that shit wasn't working. He made no fucking adjustment, none that was effective anyway, in my opinion. So that's why I say no adjustment, because when you make an adjustment, it's normally effective. So he made no adjustment, in my honest opinion, and he was trying shit that wasn't working, then switching from lefty to righty, and he was getting caught when he was doing it. Why? Because he was switching in range of punches. Whenever you switch, you're supposed to switch at the safe zone. He's switching in punch range zone, and he was getting caught every fucking time, man. So, I mean, I'm not surprised, and I honestly don't think that we'll ever see that Rances Barthélemy at 130, 135. I don't think we're gonna see that again. I think that Rances Barthélemy is going, and I just don't see him. And I'm not trying to be too harsh. Or maybe I am, it is what it is, but fighting like this, since the blueprint is out on him, I can't see him being effective or even beating somebody at 140 unless he fight like a Flanagan or some cat like that. But outside of that, a thinking fighter who watched this tape and knows what they're doing, like a Mikey Garcia, hell, even Lipinets, they would beat him. So it was just, all in all, man, a poor performance. Well, his brother right now is better than him.
Well, you know, how could I put it to you? It's kind of hard to get your respect when you're not willing to sit down on your punches.
Right.
I mean, he started the fight off the back foot.
Yes, he sure did.
Yeah. And then I disagree in one point. He did make an adjustment. He decided, I'm going to stop moving and I'm going to stay right here. The only problem with that was he wasn't throwing punches. so I don't know what happened last night. I just felt like he fought the wrong fight.
I don't know if that's an adjustment or just a state of mind.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because he didn't throw any punches. I don't know if you remember. I think it was like the 5th or 6th round. He was like, I was like, okay, now you're just gonna have to. He stood in front of his opponent, but didn't do anything. Didn't have anything coming at him either. So that was mind-boggling to me.
I gave that dude 1 round out of nationalists.
Damn, you were nice.
You were kind.
Hey, man, that was a nationalist. That was a nationalist round I gave him right there.
Okay, man. What was your assessment?
Man, my scorecard was 120 to 107. You know what I'm saying? That basically tells you my assessment. And I got a second bow when he said that we will probably never see the 135 Rances Barthelemy again. And that's the one that fought Argenis Mendez twice. You know, the first time he knocked his ass out, it was a punch behind the after the bell, so they ran it back, and he completely outclassed him. And this was an Argenis Mendez that was before the one that got knocked out by Robert Easter Jr. He was actually a guy that a lot of people respected in that division, and Barthelemy played with his ass. You know, ever since he fought Denis Shafikov, he's been fighting this particular way that we saw last night. And I've been saying, I don't understand why he's doing it. I said in my my recap video for the Regis Prograis and Dongo fight, I said that I think he's converted over to fighting this way because maybe he understands that he needs to fight more in the pocket, give a good show to get the fan base, you know, behind him. He watches all the Cubans that are in his, and you know, that came out of the same pedigree as him, and he realized, hey man, fighting the way that we normally fight, we don't get no love here. So I gotta make these fights exciting. That's the only fucking thing I can think about. You know, whether or not that's the case, that's the only thing that makes logical fucking sense. And to me, if it's not that, then it just makes no sense at all. Why you wouldn't, you know, take advantage of a 4.5-inch reach advantage against a guy who's slow. Relic is slow, man. The nigga was slow as fuck. You know what I'm saying? He plods. His footwork wasn't that great. Yeah, he had good punch output. Motherfucker threw over 100-pound punches around, and that's just because Rances was allowing him to outwork him. Mm-hmm. Like every single time Relic threw a shot, I was like, "Oh, Rances, you could throw a straight left hand right over the top of that, easy." Or you could throw a straight right hand over the top of that. Either stance that you decide to be in, you could come over the top of that jab, easy. He never did. I don't think he did it one time in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Dude is completely shot. I don't know what the fuck it is, but like I said, since Denis Shafikov, then you had Mickey Bay, then you had the first Relic fight, now you got what happened last night. He's been fighting this dumbass style, and as long as he keeps doing this shit, just fucking hang him up, nigga. You don't need to fight no more, because if you couldn't beat a guy like Relic, you definitely not fucking with nobody else at 140 whose name matters, and you definitely not fucking with niggas at 135 whose names matter. Just hang them up, B. Fuck out of here.
Hey, Bo.
Yo.
You gonna let him talk about the Cuban like that?
He's fucking right. Wait a minute, did you not hear what I just said? I said the same shit.
I thought you gave me the PG version and shit. He gave me the fucking rated R and this shit. So
I can't stand that shit, man.
No,
I think if he would have saw him in front of him, he might have tried to pick him up and throw him somewhere. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know,
I'm telling you, man.
You got a 5-inch reach advantage, and you're being out jabbed by the
mind-boggling, ain't it?
Man, beyond.
Man, you got the reach advantage. You got the footwork advantage. You got the hand speed advantage. You got even the IQ advantage when you use it, motherfucker. So why are you losing to a guy like this? That doesn't make any sense.
He never made him pay not one time for any of his mistakes. Not one.
No. And you know what, man? Let me add to this because I know Willie about to jump in. Let me add to this real quick.
Right.
When I started seeing Rances Barthelemy continuously switching stances, I knew the fight was over.
Yeah.
He didn't know when the fuck he wanted to be southpaw or orthodox. He just kept switching, just sporadically out of nowhere. I was like, he don't know what to do next. He's done. He's done.
Time he did it while he was still in the pocket.
Yep.
I'm like, what the?
Yep.
So, my assessment was, if you guys go to freekingsboxing.com, I cover this fight. It was real simple. He just got outworked, you know. Period. This guy was, I think, after the third round, man, he started throwing over 100 punches around, and what that told me was that you got a guy that's trying to play it safe and not willing to take any risks. And once you get a fight like a guy like that, the fight's gonna be lopsided like that. You're right though. He showed some skills in the past, but it's been so long ago that maybe it's time for him to think about doing something else. I don't see him messing with nobody at 140. Mikey Garcia last night, for example, I think we'll run through him.
Oh my God! Yeah,
that would probably stop him.
Yeah, that would be a stoppage. So
yeah, I think Mikey definitely stops him.
So you know, it is what it is, man. It's been a rough patch of. It's been a rough year for Cuban boxing fighters, but that started with a guy that quit in the last month of the year.
What was his name? Like Riga?
I don't
Shiga or something? I don't remember.
As Bo would say, he whose name we do not speak.
Yeah, doesn't matter anyway.
So, hey, Bo.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I'm gonna send you a cupcake and shit. You know, cheer you up and shit. I know it's
my car flipped on that American side, bro.
Hey, he got one more fight to harp on, man. He got fucking Arislandi Laura versus Jared Hurd. Now if Laura loses, man, goddamn, man, that's gonna be bad.
You do understand. You understand. Then the record will be 1-3. I mean, that ain't much to harp on. So.
Oh shit!
Right about now, dog. Right about now, I got all confidence in Ugis and everybody else. Right about now.
Damn, that's bad. Damn.
Ugis wants the IBF champion. If that ever happens, yeah, the streak will keep going. So let's move on to the main event, man. Mikey Garcia versus Sergey Lipinets. Guys, this
was dick.
This was I mean, to me, Lipinets didn't have a bad showing. I felt like the scores were good the way they were, but Lipinets, I mean, showed more toughness than I expected. Mikey hit him with everything but the kitchen sink, and you know what? He got Mikey a few times in there. 2K, man, how you saw this fight?
Yeah, my end of the fight scorecard was 117-110.
Yes.
Of course, the with the knockdown, you had to take a point away.
Right.
Hey, man, I've been calling him Sergey Limp Nuts, Sergey Limp Dick. You know what, man? He got his name back. Yeah, he getting his name back, dog. It's Lipinets. You know what I'm saying? Hey, with 13 fights in, he made a hell of a count of himself, dog. He did an excellent job. He has an excellent.
Wait, before you go into that, could he be Rances Barthélemy?
Yeah. Yes.
That's a funny one.
Yes.
That's a funny one. That's 120, 108. 120 to 108.
Yes, he does.
Because he's better than Relic, in my opinion. But he's got an excellent jab, man. He was timing the shit out of Mikey Garcia, and I was telling, a friend I was with last night watching the fight, my man was feinting a lot. He was doing a lot of feinting to the body, and Mikey Garcia would bite on that feint, drop his hands, and Lipinets would come up top. I was like, yo, that right there that's a testament to a good IQ.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right? That kept Mikey Garcia at home sometimes, second guessing himself.
Right. That's a testament to a good IQ. And Lipinets, if you're watching a fighter who's only been in the game, 13 professional fights, you don't expect him to do things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he did make amateurish mistakes. And the one biggest amateurish mistake that he made was making his head movement predictable. Okay? Every time Mikey Garcia threw the jab, he knew that Sergey Lipinets would dip to his right, and that would put his fucking head directly in the path of that straight right hand. And Mikey Garcia kept doing it, right? Also, the way Lipinets stands, he's in an orthodox stance, but he's got his left shoulder facing his opponent, and he's already got his head dipped a little bit to the right. So Mikey would just throw a lead left hook, and that's exactly what actually got the knockdown for him, right? So if he's waiting on Sergey to throw that jab, he would always drop his right hand just a little bit, because he's getting ready to unleash that. So Mikey would be like, okay, let him throw the jab, because right after that right hand's gonna start to drop. So I'm just gonna unleash the lead left hook. Yep. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Those are amateurish things that he was doing in there, but he was still making a great account of himself. Going to the body, did a nice jab to the body, man, and he was actually stagnating Mikey Garcia whenever he wanted to move. He jabbed him to the body. He kept throwing combinations, even though he wasn't hurting Mikey. He threw beautiful combinations. You know what I'm saying? His footwork wasn't bad. He stayed on his toes. He's a good fighter. One thing I will say, I'll say it on here. I said it to another cat in the chat while the fight was happening. Prior to this was supposed to be Adrian Broner that fought him last night. And to be quite honest, dog, I don't know if Broner could have beat that Lipinets.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I think Broner might have lost to that cash. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Good fight. Lipinets is definitely a player, even though he's no longer the IBF champion. He's definitely a player at 140. You got names like Mikey Garcia, Regis Pagrais, you got Victor Postal, you got Antonio Orozco, you got Josh Taylor. You got a lot of cats at 140. And I think Lipinets definitely deserves to be named alongside the rest of those guys. A very good fighter, man.
Hey, will you say, this is both of you guys, will you say the 1-2 was on full display? And I think with the counter left hook, he mixed it in. And then those three punches right there won him the fight.
Hey, you know what, Willie, dog? You got the set. It's almost like you in my head. Because that's exactly what I told my friend last night. I said, dog, if you really watch this shit, he won the fight off 3 punches.
Yep.
That's what I told her. He won the fight off 3 punches. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah, man. Because that was I think Mikey showed a good account of himself. I think he looked at a little bloated, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, he had a soft belly. Yeah.
In my opinion. But it was a good fight. It wasn't competitive when you look down on your scorecard, but it felt like it, didn't it? Like in the sense where, wow, he's still in this fight. Lipinets showed a lot of heart to me, in my opinion. He kept coming forward.
A beard too.
Yeah, he does, man. He kept coming forward. He took some shots. He got caught with one that dropped him in the 7th. I think that's the first time he's ever been knocked down. So, Bo, man, how you saw this?
Man, listen. This fight was indicative to something 2K said a while back. When he came to Roman Gonzalez and Inoue, he said he better fight Inoue now, because if he lets him let some time go by, he gonna get better. And that's what I thought about last night. I said, man, Mikey fought this dude at the right time, because the way he fought, if he'd have had 2 title defenses up underneath his belt with some experience up underneath his belt, he might have been a little bit harder for Mikey to beat than what was happening last night. But I give him all credit. I give him all credit for taking that fight. But like 2K said, man, he made a hell of a count for himself. He went to the body. He was throwing some feints. You can see that. You can see that old Buddy McGirt head movement, kind of giving Mikey cause to pause. Like he gave Mikey cause to pause a couple of times. Okay, but Mikey is so technically sound, like you said. Not only was Mikey beating him with the 1-2, Mikey timing was the big difference in this fight as well. His timing of his punches and his placement of his punches. What the one thing I think that when Lipinets saw, it was something that seeing, like I say all the time, I don't care what you see on tape, I don't care what you have in sparring. When you in that ring and it's 100 miles an hour, it's totally fucking different. And nobody can imitate no one's ring IQ. And that was the one thing that we saw was Mikey's ring IQ was so high that even when for every one thing Lipinets did good, Mikey was doing 5 of them. And that's what, and to me, that's what made the fight. So, I would like to see Lipinets again. I think, I think this dude, if you give him like some more fights and things of that nature, this dude is gonna, this dude is probably, he's gonna get better. He has a good upside. But at the end of the day, like for everybody that's mad about Mikey taking the fight and all of this and all of that, man, it is what it is, man. But you can't deny that what you saw from Mikey is the reason why he could go to 140. Or you even look at the landscape at 147. There's some cats at 147. None of the big dudes. There's some cats at 147. I'm like, you know what? They would be good matchups. However, I still want him to go back to 135. Though.
I think he should stay away from 147. My personal opinion.
I agree.
Just from some things I saw last night, man. The power doesn't translate as well at 140 as it does at 135. I mean, am I correct in that assessment?
Yeah, I agree. And so does Robert Garcia.
Yeah.
Robert Garcia don't agree. But the power don't translate like that at one punch knockout power, but in boxing, all you need is just enough to keep a motherfucker off you. That's why I say some of the lower cats. Yeah,
but I think if he goes to 147, it ain't gonna be for a lower cat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing is, you're right, Bo. But at the same time, you got to be defensively sound, and I don't think Mikey Garcia is as defensively sound as he would need to be at 147. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because he gives up a little bit of his defense to stay in position.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, but listen. Since you talked about 135, he did say in the post-fight interview that he wants to go back down to 135 and try to unify some of these belts. Robert Easter was in the crowd. Is that a fight you guys would want to see?
Let's make it.
I want to see Robert Easter, but there's something inside of me that's telling me I can see Mikey Garcia trying to unify with Relic at 140.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. I don't see why not.
You did mention that.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. He did say he's still keeping his belt 135. So at one point or another, he has to go back now.
Hey, you know what he said? You know what he said, Willie? He said, remember what the show that me, you, and Kashad had did, and you had a commenter say, yeah, I think he should unify at 135 and try to unify at 140 at the same time. Mikey Garcia actually said that in the post fight. He said he wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So, that'll be interesting, man. If he could do that.
If he goes back down to 135, does he beat Easter? Because in my opinion, he does. But I'll get into it. If you guys want to, there's an article on 3kingsboxing.com. You can go look over there. I won't get into it because it looks like Linares is going to be busy. I won't get into it on this show. But with Robert Easter, the way he fights down to I don't want to say down to his competition, but he has fought down to his competition. 2, he never uses his reach, which drives me crazy. And 3, Mikey is always in such a good position, and he could take a punch too, man.
Right.
That fight could be interesting, but I just feel like as Robert Easter fights down to his competition, can he fight up to the competition?
Man, look here, man. I'm sick and tired of putting my faith in these guys that act stupid in the fucking ring when they got all the advantages in the world and they choose not to use them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to put any more faith in Robert Easter Jr. utilizing his height and reach advantage at 135 like I did Rances Barthélemy. I'm tired of it, dog. So I feel like Robert Easter Jr., as he's doing the same shit Rances did, right? The last 3 fights, you got fucking Comey, you got Denis Shafikov, and then you got Javier Fortuna. And then there was the fucking tune-up in between those fights that he did the same thing with. Giving up his height and reach, sitting in the fucking pocket, okay? I've learned my lesson with Rances Barthélemy, so I'm about to learn my lesson here. He's going to do the same shit against Mikey Garcia, and the fact that he does the same shit against Mikey Garcia, it gets him knocked out.
Yeah, like how do you give up an 8.5? I think the last time me and you did a show on Easter, we both like you have almost a 9-inch reach advantage over your opponent.
Yeah,
and you gave
it was Javier Fortuna.
Yes.
Javier Fortuna, yep.
And you gave all that up.
Yep.
So that leaves me.
He lost. He could have lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
I I had him losing that fight. Honestly, I had him losing that fight.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, Bo,
What's up?
you made a good point. You got Relic there at 140. You got Easter Jr. at 135. I mean, what other opponents can we might see Mikey with at 140?
See what Mikey is doing, and this is what people got to understand, man. And I know it's gonna suck, and I know it's gonna suck. But you have to look at it from his point of view. Mikey is a free agent now, right? Mikey is looking for the fights that's gonna bring him the best money and the best and the best recognition. And that's really what he's doing. This is the second quarter of his career, and he's using that to establish himself from a money standpoint and from a popularity standpoint. So he's gonna look at the fights that's gonna bring him the notoriety and the cash. That's why I say Relke made a good account of himself. He could fight Relke, or he can go and fight Robert East in Ohio. That'll bring him some money. And that's what Mikey is looking at right now. And I can't really be mad at the guy for doing it, because after all, you know, when you become a free agent, that's what cats like Floyd and Cotto and all them did when they became free agents. They took the fights that was going to bring them the highest notoriety and the most amount of money, and that's just the reality of it. So, but you can't sit here and say that those are not good scalps, though. Relke just made a good account of himself. Robert East is undefeated, so you can't say those aren't good scalps.
Yeah, Relic.
Relic.
Sorry. Okay. Any other fights I want for you can see for him?
Absolutely. Shit. Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, fucking Antonio Orozco. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fights at 140. I like to see the Victor Postal fight. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fights there.
And all of those are good scalps. That's what I'm saying. See, all of those are good scalps right there.
Absolutely. Actually, the most intriguing to me is not what you guys would think to be Regis Prograis. The most intriguing to me is Josh Taylor, because if Josh Taylor continues to run through cats at 140 the way he did Miguel Vasquez, man, that's a guy right there that a lot of motherfuckers are gonna realize is under the radar. You know what I mean? That's an excellent fight. Yeah, man.
That's the most. Once you mentioned that name, my eyes lit up. Regis Prograis is good, but I feel like Mikey could beat him. No offense to him.
I think so too.
But he could fuck around and be like, hey, I'm Iman Ramirez winner. Fuck Prograis, man. What about me? You know what I'm saying? And essentially bodies won't say shit about it either.
And then to 2K's point, Josh Taylor, that puts all kind of money in his pocket if he fights in the UK, man. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
He go to the UK to fight a Josh Taylor, even though the money's probably better. Would that be smart for him to do?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Because and you know what? It'd be smart for that nigga to do it now, just like he did fucking Sergey Lipinets. You know what I'm saying? Because Josh Taylor's only 12-0. Lipinets was 13-0. Do that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But Josh Taylor's a great fighter, man. He's a fucking good ass 12-0.
Yeah.
So
he's out of the UK. But for those of you that don't know, you guys should just like you're here on YouTube with us. You should go on here and look him up and watch some of his fights if you haven't seen him fight, man. The kid can fight. He's really good. I like the kid a lot. You know what I'm saying? So
he's ranked number 5 by the WBC too. At that.
Yeah. So it's a fight that could be made. Probably if it ever gets made, it'll probably be like later on this year or early next year. But like again, Mikey has so many options, man. He has a road that's wide open now. He's really put himself in a position where he can say, well, I'll take this guy at 135, or I'll take this guy at 140, or Lomachenko is there, so let me try to see if I can make something with him. You know, like he has so many different options at this point that man, it's a good place to be for a fighter, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we might not like it, but as long as you can fight where you can look at the scalps and those are good scalps and they're good money, I mean, it's the business. And he's a free agent, and he's only doing the same blueprint that Oscar De La Hoya did, Floyd did, Cotto did. He's only using that blueprint. You can't be mad at him about that.
Yeah, well, he had promotional issues, so he took some time off. So I think he's done a service to himself since coming back. You
Oh yeah, actually, it's been better,
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah, it has. It looks like he actually stood in the gym that whole time and worked on his craft.
Yep.
Go figure, Adrian Broner.
Oh shit. Hey man, hey, can I just ask, man? Do y'all, I know this is a little off topic, but I'm just curious to, you guys' opinion. Do you think AB can beat Jesse Vargas?
Nah, man.
I actually, I think, man, I'm so down on Adrian Broner. I'm picking Vargas.
No, man.
Damn.
And I told you two before that Al Heyman is really angry with Adrian Broner, and the fact that Figueroa pulls out and Vargas steps in tells me that.
Look how bad it is, YouTube. Look how bad Adrian Broner has dropped. A motherfucker like Jesse Vargas is the favorite.
Check this out. I'll take it.
I want 44.
I'll take it a step. I'll take it a step motherfucking further, dog. Adrian Broner, out of all the fighters that people always want to tell me Al Heyman's protected, you will never say that about Broner.
Hell no. Nah.
That's how Al Heyman's looking at him.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I think he said I think he said that all the way back when he matched him up with Sean Porter 2 years ago, man. Real talk. I think Heyman was like, fuck him then. Because that was a bad matchup from the get. As soon as they announced it, I was like, oh, Sean Porter about to whoop this nigga ass. That's not a good matchup.
I knew that. I was surprised he knocked him down when he finally let his hands go. But I was surprised when I saw it, because I was like, well, if you would have done that the whole fight, that was there all night. So that's what frustrates me about AB, man. So it is what it is, man. So man, let's check this out, man. Boxing is alive and well, people. We had some good fights in so many damn weekends, man, that it's starting to feel like it's a job more than recreational and shit. And it's become a job, man. We cover these fights, man. Myself, 2K, and T-Bone, we go through a lot of shit. Like, okay, somebody's got to take care of this, somebody has to take care of that. Like, I don't understand, man. It's busy. It's a busy time of the year, but I'm loving every fucking minute of it, man. Boxing is alive and well, folks. You saw it on display last night. You saw it on display the weekend before that, the weekend before that one. So we're finally getting fights, fellas. Exciting time. It's a good time to be a boxing fan. Agree?
Hell yeah.
I want to send a shout out to Richard Comey, man. He had an excellent showing with new trainer Andre Rozier.
Oh yeah, he did fight. I forgot all about my man Comey. Yeah. He wants the rematch with Robert Easter Jr.
Yeah, he's coming out. He's been spending some time out here. And
oh shit.
So we'll see what happens, what comes out of that. Mr. Truth for Facts about boxing. El hermano que está dolorido, te duele el corazón. Tell them where they can find you, fam.
Man, you can find me right here, Truth for Facts about boxing. You can also find me anywhere where any of these fellas are on the movement. And yes, man, wherever we talking boxing, wherever we doing, man, it's the movement. Three Kings boxing, all of that, man. Y'all can catch me there.
Oh, wait. Time out. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I saw something really stupid. Hank Davis tweeted out yesterday that he wants to try to do UFC.
Yeah, I saw that bullshit. I saw that. Oh, stupid, man.
I was scrolling through my phone, Bo, and I just saw it, and I'm like, wait a minute. Like, you might want to do something more than drop your title on the fucking scales before you talk about doing something else. Just my opinion.
Man, when it comes to Tank Davis, all I got is 2 words for Tank. Vasil Lomachenko. That's it.
Hey, Bo, will you agree with those 2 words?
I got 2 more words for him. Tevin Farmer.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
2 more words.
Motherfuckers came out sniping and shit. Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah.
My brother. Start over.
No, you cool, man. And just so everybody know, I'm going to say it now. I went to the movement pickup and changed my pick to Relic, but I put the hashtag by, so shit probably ain't going to count.
He tried to cheat, basically, what he said, folks.
That's right. That's
Oh
right.
shit.
So, too late. By the way, Willie the Kid catches everything, and if I don't catch everything, I got fucking Control on there, aka the Eggman, aka the Prodigy of Boxing. What you say, man? Let him know.
Word up, man. You know, of course, and I'm gonna say this shit in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So I can fit in. You catch 2K on El Prodigio Boxeo El Takio, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not how
And
you say it.
Man, I'm man, dog. Motherfucker, I'm part Cuban and that shit didn't make no sense.
oh shit, nah. Of course, Prodigy of Boxing. Of course, Prodigy of Boxing Talk, man. You know, 3kingsboxing.com, man. Check us out if you haven't already, man. We always get the latest and greatest up. Shout out to my man Willie the Kid and C-Bone, man, for their hard work at doing what we do, and everybody involved in the movement. Bo, my man, Big Cool. You know, everybody who's sharing. I'm not gonna name everybody for time constraints, but you know who you are. I appreciate everybody who's involved, and man, just keep following us and keep supporting us, man. I appreciate everybody.
Hell yeah.
Do shit to lose your name.
Yeah, I'm Willie the Kid, man. You can catch me on here, as well as across all these different platforms. You can catch me every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, on Four Corners Block Talk Radio with my man C-Bone Henderson. Like he said, 3kingsboxing.com, man. We're up and coming. Everything's going smooth. We're making waves. We're breaking news before a lot of these sites. So just go over there, check it out, man. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out and see what you see, man. Period.
Word up.
You'll also catch me probably with my man Bo, Facts About Boxing. I regulate that channel often. I'm on there often. So we're here, man. We're working hard. We keep doing it. One guy falls, the other man steps up. That's how we are. At the end of the day, that's why it's called the movement. Yeah, that's right. That's why it's called the movement. That's why it's called a movement, because shit don't stay still. Correct?
You know what, man? This is the perfect time to play that "Who Shot You" song by LL Cool J. I like the remix though with Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? With Mobb Deep, Keith Murray, Foxy. Hell yeah.
Give you what you need.
Oh shit. Damn.
That's right, man. So like I said, you do what you do, and hit the like button, subscribe, man. We out.